We all know what electricity is. But have you ever heard of piezoelectricity? To find out, let's take a trip to France back in 1880. Two brothers, Pierre and Jacques Curie, discovered piezoelectricity while experimenting with thin layers of crystal. In their lab, they found that if they applied pressure to certain types of crystal, the crystals then produced a voltage that could power all sorts of objects. In other words, piezoelectric materials turn mechanical stress, such as pressure or sound waves, into electrical energy. Today, my barbecue lighter uses the Curie brothers' discovery. When you press the button of the lighter, a spring hits a piezoelectric material, which then converts the spring's mechanical energy into a spark that lights the gas. But how do quartz watches use piezoelectricity? No, you don't hit it. It turns out that the piezoelectric effect can be reversed. If you apply electrical energy to a piezoelectric material, it will turn it into mechanical energy. In other words, the crystal will start vibrating. In the case of the quartz watch, the engineers configure the quartz so that it vibrates at a specific frequency. With this information, the watch then knows exactly how long a second is and can keep time accurately. But how do piezoelectric materials work? First, a piezoelectric material must have a crystalline structure. This means that its atoms are arranged in an orderly 3D pattern, and in this pattern, the basic building block is called the unit cell. Let's take a look at this example for a better understanding. In this arbitrary example, the unit cell is the section highlighted in the green, because it repeats over and over to create this 3D structure. But what makes a quartz crystal so different from copper, a crystal that isn't piezoelectric? Second, the unit cell must be asymmetric. To see how the symmetry of the unit cell affects piezoelectricity, we're going to have to take a closer look at both of these materials. Okay, now that we're all tiny, you can take a good look at these unit cells. Most unit cells have a center of symmetry, like in copper, but the unit cells of piezoelectric materials lack this center of symmetry. This asymmetry is important because it determines how charge is distributed in the material. Let's take a look at the unit cell of quartz, for example. It is composed of a positively charged silicon atom surrounded by 4 negatively charged oxygen atoms. When undisturbed, these charges cancel each other out. However, when the quartz crystal is subject to mechanical stress, the atoms shift. Because there is no center of symmetry, the charges of the silicon and oxygen atoms no longer cancel out, creating an imbalance of charge. This imbalance spreads throughout the entire crystal because it occurs in the unit cell. Positive and negative charges then gather on opposite ends of the crystal, effectively turning that crystal into a battery that can power all kinds of objects. Piezoelectricity can better our lives in many ways, so it's up to you to stay curious and discover those applications.